Listen, let me make this very clear. Mayor Brandon never had a plan. He don't have a plan. He never had a plan except to destroy the city. He sold out. This is the thing that's being becoming so hard to get people to understand. Y'all can't see what's going on here. Listen, man. So first of all, you sold it. You sold your city out. All right, and you really did damage to the poor, the lower income neighborhoods. Because at the end of the day, where do you think these immigrants, these illegal immigrants, are going to move to? They're going to go to the lower income neighborhoods. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, money, all the money you can bet that none of these shelters that these immigrants are staying in are in their upper class neighborhoods. It's not happening. They send them to the poor neighborhoods. Now, look, let's go through how this whole thing is working out. So you just invite all the illegal immigrants by the busload. So they just come flocking in. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Now they're here. Once they get here, you give them money, food stamp, all this free stuff. Of course, listen, of course they want to come. Of course they want to come. Now, I want to throw this in again because I always got to let people know this. I'm not against anybody from any other countries or any other races. But what I am against is allowing them to do it the wrong way and putting everybody in a predicament where it's not going to work out for nobody. And that's what has happened right here in Chicago and other places. The biggest problem of that is it's going to start spreading other people. I'm sorry, it's going to start spreading, other people in other states. For instance, I live in Indiana. So do I not think that this is going to spread Indiana? Of course I think that. In fact, I don't think it. I know it. It's only basic common, it's common sense, man. So you got all these people in Chicago, right? All these illegal immigrants, and you put them in these shelters. Now they done loaded up. So now you got all this chaos going on. They fighting the police. They committing crimes all over the city. We just talk about Chicago right now, but of course this is going on like places like New York, everywhere, all over the country. But let's just kind of narrow it down so I can make a good point here. So you got these places that they stand in for free or whatever, and now all of a sudden, here come the diseases and the viruses. You got the measles jumping off now, right? So people think measles, that ain't that bad. Okay, let's break down what measles can really do. Check it out. So with that being said, you putting pregnant women at risk, you putting kids at risk. That's the main thing that I'm really thinking about, right? So now you're saying, all right, well, y'all, you know what? It's been a problem. Y'all got to get out. Now, look, initially you might think, oh, okay, Mayor Brandon, we get it. Now you listening to us. Now you feel us. So now you taking action. You see how that worked? But that's not how it worked. This was by design from the very beginning. They knew everything that was going to happen. They knew their next moves, and they're doing it. And I don't care what nobody say. Mayor Brandon is getting paid to the fullest. I guarantee you, when his term is up, when you Google his net worth, is going to be to the roof. Now remember, he from the west side of Chicago, and okay, remember that. Remember that. Remember that when you look up his net worth in about just give him a couple of years and look it up. I should have looked it up already. Matter of fact, let's look it up right now. I told you. I told you. Look, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna make a bet with you. I'm gonna say it's gonna get up to at least 10 million. At least 10 million. But remember, he from the west side of Chicago, and he got his own struggles. And let the black man live. Okay. Keep letting the black man live and keep letting the black people in Chicago die. I don't know how, I don't know. Look, I'm sorry to put it so blunt, but I don't understand how you're not getting this and how you're not understanding that this thing is going to spread. Wisconsin, Indiana, we in trouble. We're in trouble because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He putting these people out of there. He put them out. Now you put the immigrants in a situation where it's do or die. Now we got to survive. Oh, and believe me when I tell you, the same way you got to survive and you're going to do what you got to do to survive, they going to do the same thing, but they're going to go harder. You know why? Because listen, they from a whole other country and they don't have a choice. So what do you think is going to happen? The crime is going to soar. It's going to go through the roof. Y'all are finna be at war. Y'all are about to be at war, and this thing is going to spread. Why do you think in New York and in Chicago, I'm trying to stick to Chicago, I just can't do it. Why do you think they starting to ship them off like in New York? Oh, you know what? You can go wherever you want to go. They spreading this thing out. They spread it while more and more illegal immigrants are coming in. More and more and more and more coming in. Diseases finna be all over the place. Viruses all over the place. They finna shut this thing down. Then we're gonna be at war with illegal immigrants and the police department and the military. You know, they already been talking about that. Put them in the police departments and put them in the military. You understand what I'm saying? And now you spread them out and put them out of these places with diseases. I don't understand how you let a bunch of people come over here with diseases in the first place. How do you do that? Look, when I take my kids to school, when I enroll them in school, the first thing they say is, we need to see the immunization records. When you leave the country and you come back here and you go to a place, well, have you left the country? Because they want to know if you brought diseases with you. But then you just open up the gates and say, hey, come on in, diseases and all. Look, this could be an easy fix to even minimize this thing, because I'm not against helping people. I'm really not. But the thing is, you got to offer them the right kind of help. And whenever you call yourself helping somebody and they get honorary return on you, then you should realize you helped the wrong person. They've been beating up the police. All this different stuff already said already. They do, like, come on, man. How far are we going to let this go? But honestly, I believe it's done went too far. I think it's done gone too far to stop it. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing we can do at this point is figure out a way to separate, because this system is evil, low down, and corrupt. Evil, low down, and corrupt. And we've been set up. And then you got people, you got people fighting for this dude, fighting for the stuff that he is allowing to happen in this country, let alone the city. Why? We've been brainwashed, bamboozled. How do you do that? You put the black man in front of everybody from the West Side. He relatable. See, he just like the rest of us. So that's why we got to support him, because we worship skin. Ain't no way. Look, let me ask you this. If that would have been a white guy in his position, the whole city would be screaming racism. But now we only got a few people, and I commend the people of Chicago that's standing up against this guy. Y'all got to get him out of there. Y'all got to get that man out of there, because he's been paid off and he's destroying the entire city. You're going to let people catch a virus. This measles thing is going all over the place. The last I checked, it was like, I think 14 people or 12 people, 6 kids and 6 adults or whatever. But I guarantee you, by the time this video hit the air, it's going to be like quadrupled. We're going to be up to 100 already. And I'm sure it already is, because everybody's not reporting everything. And this thing is spread like wildfire. And it's going to create another pandemic. And then we're going to be looking around saying, what happened? What happened? We the people are allowing this to happen. And then we support it. We supporting the government taking, even the local government. Let's go back to Chicago again. Even the local government. You giving them all your money, your tax money. Boom, 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 boom. They spending your tax money to destroy you. This is the same thing in the big picture with what the country do. We pass out weapons and then they start shooting them at us. This is the same thing that's going on a local level in Chicago right now. Could you imagine? Look, these people, these illegal immigrants should not be allowed to just walk through the gates and come through here unless they got somewhere to go. If you don't have a family sponsor or somewhere you can go, don't come here, because it's destroying us. And yeah, you can say, but we have to help. Okay, good. You know what? The people that agree with that, the people that's agreeing with it, this is what you do. Bring them to your house. We got to help people, remember? Bring them to your house, let them move in, and let them destroy your family. But ain't no way you should turn these people loose in a whole city and just say, hey, get down. You got a place to stay. So they get used to that. They start getting ornery and carrying on, fighting. Look, even in New York, the people went into the police went into the shelter or whatever it's called, and they beat them up. You got, look, I don't understand this, man. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? You just putting people like at this point, Mayor Brandon, dude, you low down, man. You low down and rotten. I'm gonna tell you, you low down and you're rotten. And I hope somebody get this video and send it to you too. I really do. Cause somebody gotta tell you straight up, you low down, bruh. You did this. Now, look, it's either one or two things. You didn't understand what you was doing, then or you fully understand what you're doing. And if you fully understand what you're doing, then you getting paid to do this. You getting paid, man. I'm calling it out. You getting paid. Ain't no way in the world you doing this, man. And if you don't realize what you're doing, then you're not capable of being the mayor of the city, man. You're not capable of being the mayor of nothing. You shouldn't be in charge of nothing because you can't be trusted. But what I can trust you to do is to brainwash people and convince people that you for them. Because you from the west side. And he poor too. Not no more, buddy. He done sold y'all out. And now this thing is finna start spreading and spreading and spreading. So my question to you is this. To the people of Chicago, to the people, all the people that support this mess. Did you see this coming? Huh? Did you know it was going to get here? No, you didn't. You just thought it was all gravy. It was all good. It was all good. Now, guess what? You are irrelevant now. They don't need you no more. So when they don't need you, they kick you to the curb. And I know you're going to say, well, we've been kicked to the curb. But you got a black mayor in place. Remember the black guy that's supposed to help you. Ain't that why y'all voted him in? Y'all thought he's going to help, right? What are you doing? He giving your money to illegal immigrants. The same immigrants that's going to turn around and kill you. That's going to turn around and destroy you. I'm going to say it. Rape your kids. Gang banging. Taking over the city in a violent way. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. And then when they start taking off and get worse and worse, you know what they're going to do? They're going to pack it up. Wisconsin, Indiana, here we come. Now the problem is starting to spread. But look, man, I done told y'all plenty of times. And it's like every time I try to say it, I'm a coon or a sellout and all this different stuff. But then you would rather suffer in order to act like racism is your main enemy. You'd rather suffer to do that. I'm starting to think that subconsciously we like to suffer. We like to be in a bad situation so we can brag about it. Yeah, you know, I come from the hood and all this. You finna see what the hood really is now. Look, it's bad. Look, let me explain something to you. Whenever you go to Chicago, I don't care what you say. You think about that. Like, man, I hope I don't, get caught up in a situation or this and this. Cause you get all the stories about Chicago and all that. And look, and a lot of that stuff is true. Trust me. A lot of that stuff is true. But diseases and viruses is a huge killer. Now we got to worry about all that. Now you got to worry about the immigrants and what they going to do and who are they? What kind of power have they been given? I mean, that's something to think about. When you beat up a police officer, jump police officers, go to jail, get out and put your middle finger up at the cameras. Somebody done told you something. Or that's just how they are. Which one is it? Which one is worse? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't have the answer to that. But what I do know is that if you come to this country and you don't have nowhere to go and no family to support you, you should not be allowed here. And if you are, it should be under some different circumstances. You go to the shelter, you catch a virus, and now you got to get out and then be homeless. Man, these people finna go crazy on y'all. I'm telling you now, ain't no way they're going to sit there and take that because I wouldn't. Look, I'm in a whole different country and I got shelter and you put me out of there, oh no, we finna have a major problem. We finna have a major problem because at the end of the day, I have to survive. And I'm going to do what I got to do to survive. You see how that works? This is the predicament that this mayor done put y'all in, and y'all still, let him work. All right, let him work. Do me a favor. Let me know how that worked out for you.